So the 10-6-10 leg extension is an intensity technique, and before we jump into what it means, you will only ever see one of these in your program. You will only ever do this once. It's one set and that's all you're gonna do, but it should be the hardest, most painful thing you've ever done. Now, what 10-6-10 literally means is you're going to start with a 10-second pause at the top. So that is the first 10. Now, when people get to the top here, I don't really want you to just hang out and be 1, 2. I want you holding your butt down, locking out your knees, and squeezing like hell. I don't care what weight is on here. You should be squeezing your quads like hell. After that, we move on to the 6 portion. And the 6 portion is kind of a misnomer. I don't really want you to think about 6 right now. You're doing a 10-second pause, and then when you're done with that 10-second pause, you're gonna lower the weight down, and you're gonna do full range of motion all the way up till the knees lock out, all the way down to the bottom, all the way up till the knees lock out, and you're gonna do that until you cannot get all the way up anymore, until you reach full range of motion failure, until you try and go up all the way and you just can't. When you're done with that, you're gonna move on to the last portion, which is 10 more partial reps, which is an opportunity to really just empty the tank. And I don't care if your reps look like this, where you're trying your damnedest, but you're barely moving the weight off the stack. That's fine. This last set of 10 is an opportunity for you to empty the tank. So it's a 10-second pause at the top where you're squeezing like hell, holding your butt down, flexing your quads, straightening out your knees, locking out your knees, whatever you need to tell yourself. And then as many full range of motion reps as you can to get to failure. And then when you do get to failure, you're gonna give me immediately after, again, this is gonna be the hardest thing you've ever done. Immediately after those full range of motion reps, you're gonna give me 10 partials of just emptying the tank, absolutely destroying your quads, giving it everything you got for that last portion. Now, where does the number 6 come in? Now, ideally, you've picked a weight that during that full range of motion set, you will reach failure around 6 reps. That is the recommendation. But if you hop in here for the first time and you're doing your full range of motion reps for 5, 6, and you can keep going, you must keep going. That middle set is full range of motion to failure, no matter how many reps it takes. Now, if it takes you more than 6 reps, then you know next week to go up in weight. And so 6 is a target. And if you do more than 6, if it takes you more than 6 reps to get to failure, you know that you can go heavier next week. But more importantly, that middle set after your 10-second pause at the top is taken to full range of motion failure, no matter how many reps it takes. If it does take more than 6, go heavier next week. And that's really just because doing something like a 10-second pause and then 17 reps and then 10 more partials is gonna be way more brutal than doing 10-6-10. And so a piece of advice for picking a weight is I would pick a weight that you can do for 10 full range of motion reps to absolute failure. And so I would pick your 10 rep max. And so for me, that's probably in like the 100, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. But pick something you think you could do for 10 full reps, and that will probably translate well to 10-second pause, 6-ish reps in the middle, and then 10 partials. But no matter what, this is the most important thing, guys, it is 10-second pause, full ROM to failure, and then 10 partials to empty the tank. I don't care how many reps it takes you to get to failure in that middle section. But if it takes you more than 6, then you know next week to go up. If you can only do 2, then you know next week to go down. And if it took you 6, then I'll probably still nudge you to try going a smidge heavier, but that's basically what I want you to be doing. So again, it is a 10-second pause at the top where you are actively squeezing, holding your butt down, locking your knees, squeezing your quads, and then you're gonna lower the weight and do as many full range of motion reps as you can to failure. And failure is when you can no longer lock out your knees at the top, and then you're gonna give me 10 more whatever you got partials. If that means the last reps look like this, that's great, I love it.